How do you put a value on something that does not have a value? Let's think national parks. How much do you think a national park is worth? And how would you like to estimate what it's worth? Well, this is kind of interesting. If you go back a couple of decades, there's this guy called Harold Hotelling. He was an economist and he was able to kind of calculate how much a national park was worth. So he would take the number of visitors who go to a park every year and then multiply it by how much they spent to get there. You got to drive there, you're going to spend money while you're there, you might stay in a hotel or something. And he said, why don't we take the maximum amount that somebody spent to go to this park, multiply it by the number of visitors, and that can let you calculate how much that park was worth, which kind of makes sense. Now, here in Brooklyn, right by the Brooklyn Bridge, that little thing over there, you've got some visitors. And you might have, say, 10,000 visitors. Parks in New York City are free. You can just kind of like come here if you'll live here and you can visit it, or you can come here if you're an American, or you can come here if you're a national tourist, and it is all free. But if you want to try to calculate how much a park in New York City is worth, well, you just take the total number of visitors a year and you multiply it by, I don't know, the maximum amount that people would spend, and then that gives you a really good idea. This park actually is really kind of nice, and people will buy homes that cost $5 or $10 million to live close to it. Now here, we've got a restaurant. They're spending about $100 a day. So if we follow Harold Hotelling's estimate, you take maybe 10,000 people visiting this park every day, multiply it by $100, which is what they're spending for dinner, maybe a little bit more. That's about $1 million a day that this park is worth, or about $365 million a day over the course of a year. Maybe not so many people in the middle of winter, but that means that every 3 years, this park is worth about $1 billion. Or every 10 years, it's worth over $3 billion, which is really kind of cool. So Harold Hotelling kind of let you get a estimate for how much your national park is worth. And the book is The Economist's Hour, which is really a good thing to check out. Very good book.